What's up, thoroughbreds? No, seriously, when is something interesting going to happen? Our fave mingos are lying low. The only shots fired these days are selfies and low-calorie gin. But Queen Poppy's selfie game is stronger than ever. She's still on top and looking fine. If Aurelia wants to knock Poppy's crown off, she can't afford to take a day off, even if she can afford new Louboutins these days. Maybe our girls are just preoccupied. Poppy was spotted snogging celebrity beau Bradley Denborough in no less than 6 strategically public locations this weekend. Show off much? Don't worry, Aurelia. You've got plenty of contenders to lock lips with you. Rumour has it a certain RA is head over heels for you. We'd advise you to stay clear, unless lovesick nerd is your thing. Speaking of you okay, Aurelia? One of our readers saw you walking into his self-titled Cave of Wonders. Do we have a scandal in the making, or should we send a rescue party? Kisses, the T. That's just such a brilliant soundtrack, I love it. Chapter 10, Not Your Hostage. Damn. That thing is just creepy beyond belief. You stare at the shrine incredulously as your brain tries to make sense of what you're seeing and smelling. Are you gonna hurl? So, what do you think? You drag your gaze away from the horrifying monument in Benji's closet and blink blankly at the no less horrifying Benji as rage and disgust bubble up in your gut. What the hell, Benji? I'm so out of here. Clearly, you just don't understand yet. It's okay, you will. Just then, your phone rings, vibrating on Benji's desk where you left it. You and Benji dive for the phone simultaneously. Ooh, his fingers touched your hand. You swipe at the screen and hear a welcome voice from the other end. Hello, Aurelia? Thank God for that sexy, sexy woman. Aina ma'arai. Benji snatches the phone away from you and ends the call. Excuse you? Excuse me, how am I the unreasonable one here? I do so much for you, Aurelia. I got you exactly the day you wanted. I put so much work into maintaining this monument for you. He grimaces. Your notifications keep going off, but when he looks down at the screen, his face suddenly stills. This is my time to talk. Who does Ina think she is interrupting us? She's your professor, isn't she? Is she in love with you? No. No. Dangerous territory. Deluded or not, could this dimwit have stumbled onto the truth? What does she have that I don't, Aurelia? Can you tell me that? Well, for one, she's a girl. And she's also hotter and nicer and smarter and, well, just about everything, really. Benji, there's nothing going on between me and Ina. Professor Kingsley's twice the lover you'll ever be. You've gotta believe me. I'm her TA, nothing more. No use spilling the beans to that sack of shit. He may be a nut job, but you can't have Benji spreading the news that you're getting hot and heavy with Professor McCarty. Benji's face registers relief. Ooh, creep, this was not meant to be encouragement. I'm so happy to hear you say that. Of course, I can't trust Ina to share your same restraint. She seems like a predator, but I'll protect you. She seems like the predator, huh? We're not seeing the irony there? If she comes near you, I'll take care of her. As if he could. Benji's not exactly Mr. Muscles. You really don't need to do that, Benji. Yes, I do. I need you to understand I'd do anything for you. It's just weird. It's just weird. He goes full supervillain mode, pacing back and forth, rubbing his hands together. The tea was so unfair to you right from the start. That's just like this whole corrupt institution. So what, Benji? I'm doing freaking incredible at fighting for myself and turning my rep around. You just don't get it. I've been helping you all along, making sure the team sees you in the best possible light. You're the one who's been submitting positive stories about me. You followed me and then took my pic with Taylor outside the froyo place. He nods so hard you think his head is gonna fall off. Yeah, I knew you'd figure it out. You're so smart. I even hacked the ranking and ranked Chloe ahead of Poppy to throw her off your trail. Wow, Benji, stalker much? Did I ask for your help? What? Do you remember me at any point asking for your help? What made you decide I needed you? What made you think you had the right to do this? If you want to actually help me instead of indulging your lonely boy hero complex, hand me my phone. I'm leaving. He literally stamps his foot, then takes like a deep breath to center himself or whatever. And you've been burned before by cruel people like Poppy and Professor Ina who used her power to seduce you. Must I prove I'm not like that? Can't you see the dedication I put into my adoration station? Into you. She is fearfully and lovingly made, my darling Aurelia. I started building on day one with baguettes I stole from the dining hall. The mashed potato details in the face presented a challenge in structural integrity, but time and hairspray are a potent combination. And you thought I would like this? Women love men who put the work in. The pickup artist sites are all wrong. I know you're not one of those girls who falls for douchebags who won't show their queen the proper respect. You're also not one of those girls that's going to let a creep tell you how or what to feel. You wasted your time on this DIY project, Benji. Oh, and by the way, it reeks. Literally and figuratively. The aroma has certainly been an obstacle. I've spent a small fortune on air freshener and rotating out fresh flowers every week. But now I can use your perfume. It's lucky I have keys to your room. It's how I got most of this stuff. Don't you understand, Aurelia? We're meant to be together. God, he's a creep. What I understand is that you broke into my room, stole my things, and followed me around campus, all while thinking you're my knight in a $3 hoodie. You invaded my privacy over and over, and you're deluded enough to think that I should love you for it. So I'll say this one more time. Get out of my way, Benji, or I'll make you get out of my way. No, you can't leave it like that. He reaches out as if to grab your arm. Nuh-uh. Oh my god, I am beating him up. Thank God it's free. You snatch your arm away as he reaches for your arm. Sorry, but Creep is going to be taught a lesson. And grab him by the greasy, oily hair and slam his face into the mashed potato bust. I don't condone violence, but, sometimes It has to be done. Oh. He looks up at you in shock, way past their expiration date, mashed potatoes, and unidentified sauces smeared across his face. But I love you, Aurelia. I've had more than enough of that. You need something to kick his ass with, something personal. Somehow, despite being blinded by rage, you manage to make a quick scan of your surroundings. Oh, yes, perfection. You grab the perfume bottle off the nightstand, take aim, and spray directly into Benji's eyes. Ow, ow, ow. He squints, tears streaming down his face. He takes a few steps blind, staggering steps toward you, and you stick out your leg, tripping him. Oh. He drops like a rock and bonks his head on the ground. You stand over him smirking. You might want to watch where you're going. I don't understand why you're being like this. Everything I've done has been for you. Bull, you're a stalker and a creep, and you just want me all to yourself. That's the point. After all the help I've given you, I'm entitled to you. You do not get to finish that sentence. The only thing you're entitled to is jail time, you pathetic loser. I can't go to jail. What if I never see you again? You just don't get it, do you? If I ever see you again, I'll kill you. Well, okay. I mean, there's never a need for killing unless your life is in danger. File a restraining order. Make your life a living hell. If you ever think I want to see your pathetic sniveling face after this, you're dreaming. Let me see. Shut up. I hate your ass, Benji. I'm talking real, visceral hatred. So yeah, if you ever darken my doorstep again, not only will I tell the cops, but I'll tell everyone at Belvoire too. He opens his mouth and gapes like a sad, sad fish. What a fun description. When suddenly the door slams open with a splintering of wood as someone kicks it in. Stay the hell away from her. She just kicked in a door for this woman is one of the hardest people ever. She just kicked down a door for Aurelia. She is one of my new favourite characters. She was already top tier, but now she's got a special place in my heart. She rears back and sops Benji into the jaw, sending him reeling to the floor. Seriously, this woman is like Wonder Woman. Hot damn. Emphasis on hot. Oof. The police rush in after Ina, putting cuffs on a defeated Benji, and you let out a long breath. Don't worry, miss. You're safe now. You eye Benji, who's shaking in his bargain bin sneakers. You smile sweetly at the cop who helped you. Don't worry, officer. I'm sure Benji knows better than to mess with me again. Ina rushes to your side, eyes vulnerable with concern and molten with longing to touch you with perhaps more than professor/rescuer professionalism. Aurelia, are you okay? Ina, you should ask Benji that question. Not exactly. I'm grateful for the save, but I think he came out of this way worse than me. Ina raises an eyebrow at the cowering Benji. I can see that. You're bold and capable as ever, Aurelia Hughes, and so very, very strong. Swoon? Miss Hughes, can you tell me what happened in your own words? Basically, we beat a bitch up. The next couple hours pass in a blur as the officers take your statement and you watch your nightmare of an RA get taken away. And again, you're saying he had previously followed you on and off campus and took pictures of you to post to this tea? Your leg jiggles. You want to be anywhere but here. You've already gone over this. Ina returns to your side and gives the officers a stern look. Are we done here? Aurelia has answered all of your questions suitably. It's been hours. Now, ma'am, we're just concerned with thoroughness here. As her professor, I'm more concerned with her well-being. If you have everything you need, what she needs is to get the hell out of this hellhole. Very well. Here's my card, Miss Hughes. Let us know if you think of anything else. Oh yeah, you'll call this if you feel the need to relive this messed up day for the 5th time. You shiver as you think of the obsession in Benji's eyes. I feel like he might come back, but... Thank you, officers. And with one more furious look at the shrine. She sweeps you out into the hallway, leaving Benji's cave of wonders far behind. You walk towards your dorm in silence, and as you look up at Ina, her expression is dark and angry. Hey, are you okay, Professor? I'm just thinking. Hi, you first liked me 'cause I was clever. I'm good with thinking. Tell me what's on your mind. Forming and worshipping idols is prevalent across nearly every culture, whether it be gods or heroes or leaders. Sometimes people think they own their idols, like just because they worship them, their idols owe them. I'm just so angry someone would do this to you. Yeah, me too. Benji's gonna pay. I think it's finally hitting me. That's why I need you around, huh? You smile shakily and Ina rushes up to you to stabilize you against her. I'll always come when you call, Aurelia. I feel safer already. She strokes your hair and you feel your breath even out as you match your breaths with her. I knew he was kind of into me, but I never imagined he was this intense about it. You inspire people, and I'm certain there are dozens of others who admire you in a far less creepy way. I know I do. Ina could be upset at you for how you stormed out of her office earlier, even though she totally deserved it. But instead you just see what she couldn't say, how much she cares about you. And then it hits you. Even with a fight like that behind you, she's still here for you. She came to save you. Thanks for sticking around, Professor. The housing supervisor asked me to monitor the dorm building for the night. So I'll be here to make sure everything's okay. I see you're staying 'cause it's your job. Now, Aurelia, that's extremely fair. I know we left things complicated, but for what it's worth, I want to be here for you. She licks her lips and swallows hard. I'll be available in the RA's office near the front door in shifts throughout the night, but for now, I could stay close to you, make sure you're well cared for, maybe cook you dinner. Are you proposing a dinner date, Professor? And, of course, that's the moment that your phone rings. It's Zoe. Oh, but it's always nice to get a call from Zoe. Hi, Zoe. Oh my god, Aurelia, I just heard about Benji. What a freaking creep. Word travels fast. Are you really surprised? It's already on the tea. I guess Benji made me even more of a celebrity. He was the one following me around and posting positive stories to the T. What a freak. I'm at the library right now, but I can be back in 5 to pamper the hell out of you. I'm thinking comfort food. I got pasta. I got a fantastic bottle of Cabin Reserve. And of course, if there's anything I can do for you, her voice softens and your heart skips a beat. Oh my god. No, I think we've got to have Ina, like, that kicking down the door shit. That was some Wonder Woman shit. Actually, Zoe, you can take your time. Professor Kingsley's got it covered. Oh, I bet she does. Well then, I'll be back in a couple of hours. Love ya, and I'm still saving a hug and that cab for you, Rumi. You hang up and look back at Ina. So, can I take you up on that confident night in now? I offered, didn't I? You open the door to your room, your hands shaking a little as the adrenaline starts to wear off, despite your best efforts to keep cool. Here it is, my humble abode. As you can see, it's ridiculously nice for a dorm. You're caught up as Ina wraps you in her arms from behind, holding you tightly. You can feel her heart thundering against your back. Ina? Sorry, I couldn't hold her back any longer. It's just a bit of a 180 from, me ordering out of your office. She seems to remember herself and pull away slowly, like it's taking all of her strength. You turn to face her, taking in the pained expression on her face. I know, God, you have no idea how worried I was when I heard your voice on the phone. Something unspoken passes between you. Your baggage can wait. Tonight you're just two people with connection you can't ignore. I came as fast as I could, but to think that there was even a possibility I would be too late. Hey, don't do that. You made it, didn't you? I can handle myself, remember? You cup her cheek in your palm, watching her eyelids flutter shut as she sighs into the touch. It only lasts a moment before she moves your hand away, a painful reminder that she's speaking to her "we shouldn't be together" guns. It was scary, yeah, but let's be clear here, I could have taken Benji out in my sleep. Still, I'm glad you showed up for backup. After I did 90% of the work, of course. Ina's eyes grow wide and then she bursts into laughter. How do you do that? Make light of something so terrifying? A little something I learned back home in Riverdale. The more crap you throw into the mix, the taller the crops will grow. So, are you the crops in this metaphor? You laugh. Yes, said a slacker, and this bangy crap is just something else I can use to fuel my greatness. Ina shakes her head in disbelief, watching you curiously. You really are something else. Hazelnut pops up from napping in his dog bed and scrambles over to you, nipping at the heels of Ina's shoes. Well, look at that. She leans down to scratch Hazelnut behind the ears. Oh, that's so cute. And Hazelnut rolls over onto his back, immediately wriggling happily as Ina scratches his belly. The little suck-up. It's so cute. You must be Hazelnut. I've heard plenty about you. Oh! Don't forget you're here for me. I believe I was promised a gourmet dinner. Whoa. Who said gourmet. I was thinking more rustic and charming and basic. Hey, if I don't have to cook, I don't really have a right to be picky. You follow Ina to the kitchen where she starts to rummage through the fridge. Do y'all have any pets? Let me know in the comments. We've got about 30 mini bottles of Prosecco. Prosecco is a vital ingredient, food, drink, coverall for everything. Zoe does love her Saturday brunch. A bottle of chocolate syrup. Now that I could see coming in handy later if you play your cards right. She doesn't say anything to that, but you see the back of her neck turn slightly red. She tries the pantry instead, and when she turns around, she's got a box of noodles and a jar of sauce in her hands. Spaghetti. Sounds perfect. You pour out a couple of glasses of wine before settling on a counter stool to watch her work. She dumps the noodles into a pot and pours water over them before setting it on the stove to boil. Then she turns the jar in her hand to read the directions, scratching her chin thoroughly. So don't take this the wrong way, but it seems like you have no idea what you're doing. What? Of course I do. I mean, it's just pasta, right? You just do the water and the noodles and then the sauce in the pan, I guess. I have a PhD. I'm sure I can handle a little spaghetti. You think that, but no. You can be really academically smart and still have no idea what the directions to the shop are. Okay, you can write essays upon essays on the culture and implications of societal norms in today's world, and then you don't know how to make spaghetti. It happens. There's no shame on it. Not everyone can be a culinary genius like me. I'm a pretty terrible cook myself. So I'm not a brilliant chef, but let's let Aurelia be a brilliant chef. Why not? She's been through enough today. You call it spaghetti, I call it art. Yes, well, when I'm done with this, you'll be calling it magic. Please just enjoy your wine, relax, and let me work. She doesn't have to tell you twice, especially not after the night you've had. You rest your chin in your hand, watching her back as she labours over the stove, cooking for you, Major Swoon. This is nice, isn't it? Almost like something a real couple would do. Ina closes her throat. Her back is still to you, so you can't read the expression on her face. I suppose so, although it could just be common kindness, making a meal for someone who's been through a horrible ordeal. Boo, as Regina George would say, boo, you whore. Or for someone you care for deeply, regardless of the nature of your relationship with them. Hold up, things are getting interesting. You're about to inquire further when suddenly there's a loud popping noise from the stove, and Ina hisses and recoils. Ina? You hop out of your seat and rush over to help her. When she turns to face you, the entire front of her shirt is dripping and red. Oh my God, could thy day be any worse? Are you bleeding? Where are you hurt? It's clearly red sauce. You search the fabric for some kind of hole or tear, but then you realise what it actually is. The sauce exploded. The spaghetti sauce splattered on her chest, the shocked expressions on her face. You can't help but burst into laughter. You really do suck at this. Hey, well, yeah, I suppose I kind of do. Her laughter joins in with your own, ringing out through the empty dorm. I'm truly sorry, Aurelia. It looks like both dinner and my clothes have ruined. Dinner? Definitely. Especially considering how you somehow managed to burn the spaghetti noodles. Aha, I wondered what that smell was. I did not know that was possible. But the shirt just needs a wash. Hand it over. I'll throw it in the machine. She hesitates as she shrugs off her blazer, and you don't need her to speak to know what's giving her pause. Don't worry, I can handle myself. Seeing you without a shirt on isn't gonna send me into a frenzy. She hesitates just a moment longer before finally removing her shirt and handing it over to you. And are you sure you don't want to rethink that frenzy thing? Yes, of course. I know we can be responsible adults about this. Was she speaking for you or for herself? You throw her spoiled clothes in the laundry as fast as you can so you can get back and enjoy the view. I guess I haven't made good on my promise. This was supposed to be about making you feel better, and I seem to have just made more work for you. Oh, she's so cute. Well, if you really want to help me relax, I could use a massage. Her mouth turns into a disapproving line, even as her gaze drifts down your body. Aurelia. Hey, what did I just say? I can handle myself. No funny business, purely stress relief. I did go through a pretty harrowing ordeal. I'm carrying a lot of tension, you know. No funny business? Psh, no promises. I promise. You lead her into your bedroom, and as soon as the door's closed, you start to shimmy out of your clothes. Aurelia, Hey, you can't get a proper massage through the fabric, right? You turn to face Ina, raising an eyebrow at her. She sucks in a sharp breath, and she seems to be doing her damnedest not to let her eyes wander. God, she's so fit. Yes, I suppose that's true. Sounds like someone's trying to justify their actions. You settle yourself face down onto the bed, folding your arms under your chin. After only a moment's hesitation, Ina settles herself on top of you, resting lightly on your thighs. Oh, one last thing. You reach back and unhook your bra, leaving the expanse of your bare back. For a second, you worry you've pushed her too far, and then you feel the warmth of her hands on your back, sending sparks lighting down your spine. Her touch is tentative at first, but then her strokes become longer, more languid, like she's forgotten about the massage entirely, and is just enjoying the feel of your body under her hands. How am I doing? Good, but I think you can go deeper, can go lower. I carry all of my tension in my lower back. That area could use some attention. I bet it could. She says this quietly, under her breath, and it almost sounds like a challenge. You're about to retort when her hands suddenly slide lower, and you gasp as she digs into the muscles just above the waistband of your underwear. That feels amazing. She leans closer, and you can feel the warmth radiating off of her still shirtless body. Feel the heat of her as she straddles your backside, proof of how badly she wants you. How does that feel? Her voice comes right from next to your ear, her breath hot against it. You feel the heat of her bare skin pressed against your back and a pulse of excitement between your thighs. Not as good as it could. Her hands massage the middle of your back, then slip around the sides, coming up to just barely graze the sides of your breasts before sliding away. And what would you suggest? There's always room for improvement. Her voice is throaty, gruff. She moves away for a moment, rotating around to massage your feet, your calves, her hands kneading slowly, moving higher and higher. You could always let yourself have some relief too. Her fingers work magic on your thighs, kneading the outside first, and then moving inward, creeping painfully slowly towards you, desperately want her touch. Careful, Lena, or I'm at. You're surprised by just how much the simple touch is turning you on, making your breath come in short gasps, and you know if she keeps going, you'll lose all control over your actions. Apparently she has no intentions of stopping. Her hands slide around to cup your behind, and thumbs kneading the inside of your thighs. You might what, Aurelia? I see that cheeky grin. Her voice comes from right by your ear again, drawing you out of your stupor. Her lips are soft as they press against the side of your neck, and her voice vibrates against your skin as she speaks. Why don't you shh? Your phone buzzes violently on your bedside table and Ina freezes. Damn it, you swipe it up angrily and read a text from Zoe. My roommate's on her way back. I should go. Ina hops off the bed and you drag yourself up after her with a frustrated groan. How did a massage end up with you feeling more pent up than when you started? God damn it, Zoe. Sorry to take your name in vain, Lord. Why, Ina, do you really have to? Don't forget your shirt. I mean, right when things were getting good. Which exactly why I have to go. She looks you over, her eyes full of regret and longing, but she makes no move towards you. Despite what I would like to do, Aurelia, I have to go. But I will need my clothes before that happens. Cute of her to attempt to joke, but not exactly making you feel any better. You throw on some clothes and lead her out into the common area. You get her clothes from the washing machine and watch her dress before walking her to the door. I know this hasn't gone exactly how either of us wanted it to, but I hope I still helped you feel even a little more safe. Totally. Her face can't hide how much she cares for you, which makes it pretty hard to hold a grudge, despite the massive, metaphorical blue ball. Yeah, I'm happy you were here. And I'm really, really glad you're all right. You inhale sharply as she meets your eyes, already buzzing with the promise of a goodnight kiss that never comes. Great. She sees your face fall and breaks eye contact, turning away to fuss with her wet shirt or just to hide her face from you. We have to stop doing this, Aurelia. Yeah, I seem to remember having this conversation earlier, or rather, not having this conversation. And I keep hoping every time that it'll stick, every time I slip up, it makes it harder to take a step back. Then down. You reach out a hand to cup her cheek, her eyes flutter closed as she leans into your hand with a sigh. Then she pulls away abruptly, reaching for the doorknob, while you're still trying to process everything that's just happened. Good night, Aurelia. Good night. She leaves swiftly, barely giving you time to draw in a breath. Good night. The next morning, you wander into the dorm commons after sleeping in. Let's be real, that 8 a.m. class was not happening today. Morning. Zoe bounces over from the kitchen and presents you with a fresh cappuccino. You're incredible, Zoe. I know, and you know what else is incredible? She turns her phone to you and you see the tea is blowing up. Breaking news. So we all know by now that aside from being a stage 1 clinger and all-around dog, Benji Nall is beyond creepy. A total you situation. Speaking of you, how are you doing, Aurelia? Somebody get this girl a drink or 6. On behalf of at least a majority of the student body, we've totally got your back. Though, if Benji's perp walk sob story is true, Aurelia didn't need anyone's help to thoroughly hand him his whole ass. As for Benji, he is out of here. Our resident creep was escorted off campus in cuffs last night, and he ain't coming back. That boy is expelled. And good riddance. Kisses, the tea. Benji got expelled. Serve them right. He should be arrested. Girl, I'm right there with you. Okay, Operation Forget Benji is officially underway. Wanna get cute, blow off class, and go for gelato? Get cute? I'm always cute. Zoe smiles, even as she rolls her eyes. You know what I mean. Get dressed. We're gonna show the tea and everybody that you're coming out of this mess on top. She's got a point. Time to show Belvoire that even literal kidnapping can't hold you down. Speaking of the tea, there's just a little something I need to share with the world. You type away on your laptop explaining the Bradley goss to Zoe as you attach the file you found on Benji's computer. Time for Belvoire to know all about Bradley. Oops. Poppy's not gonna have a great morning. She deserves it. Can't wait till that article drops. Now you're ready to take on the world. But first, picking the right outfit. Essential. Oh. Here we go, sparkles. Oh, shall we go? Not this. That was always real cute. Yeah, it's casual and cute. Pair it with the... Oh, actually, what is... Should we do something different? So we've got the varsity jacket. We've got this little body chain. We've got the earrings. I think we're going to go for the body chain. Sorry, you just had to sit through me picking that. Looking hot as hell, you and Zoe take a deep breath and leave the peace and quiet of wintry dawn behind. And are immediately met with an unwelcome sight. Poppy's favourite lapdog is back by her side and a crowd of people are hanging around her for some reason. Hey, Aurelia, how's your little boyfriend? Screw gelato, is it too late to go back to bed? I don't blame you for claiming he kidnapped you. I wouldn't want to get caught in his slime-encrusted bedroom either. Yeah, he's like a slimy snail. Good one, Clow. You don't even look at her as you know your eyes are Poppy. I see your little Cerberus is out of the dark aisles. Funny you should compare me to the god of death, Riverdale, considering I'm about to witness a murder. Prepare for the death of your social life, Aurelia Hughes. Worry about your own funeral, Poppy. For a few blissful seconds, you have no idea what Poppy's talking about. Then you notice the unfortunately familiar squeals mixed in with the heavy beat of music, and you suddenly understand what the crowd is there for. What the hell? You rush around the corner of the building, or a billboard shows that video of you hog calling. Oh my god, Poppy made a dubstep remix of Riverdale's weird pig noises. Iconic. The snorts, the snuffles, the squeals coming out of your mouth on a 15-foot screen horror fills your gut. You're finished, little piggy. Okay, you're kind of a bitch because you made fun of her literally getting kidnapped. And that's not cool. The students watching the video looping on the billboard start to notice your showdown. Joy of joys. Poppy, this is honestly a bop. You're worse than the slop we feed the hogs. I'll be the first one to admit that was not my finest moment. Not the classiest move, but you might have a future in music production. I know someone who could give her pointers. She lets out a staccato laugh. So that's it. I'm sorry you're disappointed that I'm not ashamed of my past. Oh dang, Aurelia's owning the pig vid. That takes guts. From among the crowd, Ford jogs over. Oh, hey, Aurelia, are you okay? Heard about the Benji stuff. That's wild. And it wasn't exactly, cool for Pop to kick you while you were down with all this. A few other people turned their backs on it to listen for your reply. OMG, yeah, I read about it in the tea. You're so brave, Aurelia. What happened, Aurelia? We want to know everything. Okay, people. I know Aurelia's a star, but let's take it one question at a time. So it really did happen like the tea said? Benji actually made a shrine to you? Yeah, that sick freak totally built this weird statue out of old food and everything. And Shocker, suck-up Trixie looks totally sympathetic. That's so gross. Trixie! What? It is. Is it true you kicked his ass? You can't help but grin. Oh yeah. Poor boy didn't stand a chance at all. God, you're such an inspiration. I'm gonna take up kickboxing because of you. All eyes are on you and not Poppy's billboard, and she's livid. If spontaneous combustion were a thing, Poppy would be toast. Better luck next time, Pop. Just then, everybody's phones start buzzing, and you have a pretty good idea why. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. Sharpen your pitchforks, Brad Bays and boys, because I have proof that the only reason Bradley's pretending to be Poppy's boyfriend is because she's bribing him with a movie deal. And here's the receipts. Poppy's hot date. That's no Michelin star restaurant, kids. That's a lawyer's office, and this is the contract they signed. Yep, that is an NDA. Not to mention a PDA clause. Minimum 12 public makeouts per month. It's so romantic when you get it put in writing and get it notarized. Am I right? Now that we all know Poppy's faker than her fur coat, will you have to look for Bradley on the silver screen? Or will he stick around with his faux girlfriend? Thanks for the tip, by the way, Aurelia. Kisses, the tea. Whoa, Poppy bribed Bradley into dating her? But you're so hot, you could have anyone. If you can't get a man on your own merits, what's the hope for the rest of us? Okay, let's be clear, I could get to any man. Well, I get it. He's an actor. He's acting like he cares about you. As Poppy does that white guy blinking face, you seize your opportunity. Always good of Pixelberry to slide in a meme. That's right, Poppy, and I'm willing to bet he's not the only one. Every little fly in your web is pretending to care, because if they don't, you'll devour them. What's gonna happen to you when you can't control them anymore, I wonder? The tea has an update. The crowd is hanging on your every word, and it feels so good. Who's spinning the web now? As several people start to bombard you with questions again, a young man pushes off of the railing and approaches you. So, Aurelia Hughes, the woman of the hour, and dare I say, this academic year. The people want answers, and I gotta say, I'm personally interested in getting your take on all of this, straight from the source. Thomas, rare to see you in the middle of drama. Usually you're curating it from afar. Thomas, as in Thomas Styles, editor of the T. I've been looking forward to meeting you. Oh, really? I'm a big fan of your blog. Your articles seem to indicate otherwise. Always good to meet a fan. You've got lots of those yourself. Consider me one of them. Mind answering a question or two for the blog today? We'd like to know how you're doing. I think that... I'm sorry, Poppy. I don't have any questions for you today. Aurelia? As if you need convincing, Thomas totally blowing Poppy off cinched the deal. You smirk at her. Who am I to deny the people what they want? Awesome, thanks. Jumping right in. Last night must have been extremely stressful. Care to tell our readers where your head's at? I'm feeling angry and powerful. Like I don't want to think about it. A little scared, to be honest. To put it bluntly, the world should have its act together by now. Woman, anybody really, shouldn't have to look over their shoulder for the next person who's gonna harass them. Or pretend like their obsession is a compliment. Damn straight. But now I know just how bad a bitch I can be the next time some guy tries to take away my power. Yeah, you show, Aurelia. You're that bitch. I am that bitch. Sounds like Belvoire digs your daily dose of empowerment. One more question. Anyone who isn't living under a rock has noticed how big of a splash you've made this year. You've inspired admiration and envy and found friends, followers, and enemies alike. Any words for those who may doubt you? A word for my haters, have fun being said. We can't all be perfect. I know it isn't always easy to let go of jealousy. But lucky for all you envious souls, I can be perfect for the rest of us. Bzz, the T has an update. Oh, look, we'll write that up at number 7. You smile sweetly at Poppy directly. Oh, snap. You have no idea what you've just signed yourself up for. This? She gestures to her ineffective money sink of a billboard. Is just the beginning. So enjoy whatever victory you and new money think you've earned while you still can. Okay, ominous much? But she just gives you and Zoe one more saccharine smile and sweeps away with Chloe, and after a moment, Trixie and some of the others follow her. She's just pissed because you ruined her big play against you. We can handle whatever she throws at us. As the crowd starts to disperse, Thomas squints at you thoughtfully. Hey, I've got one more thing to run by you off the record if you have a minute. You glance over at Zoe, who shrugs, and follow Thomas to a picnic table. I noticed Poppy didn't seem very happy that you were okay. I knew she was petty, but to be upset you weren't hurt? That's a whole nother level. I haven't spoken out against her since she almost got me expelled. Whoa. She tried to get you expelled? Let's just say Poppy and I had a little spat about something I posted a couple of years back. What was the post about? I am technically not allowed to say stipulation of keeping my post as editor, but she's proven time and time again that she'll do anything to cut down her enemies. Why should I protect her secrets? And this is big. This dirt could ruin Poppy and her family. You seem like you have the backbone to use it wisely if you're interested. Yes. I think you and I could be good allies. I had no idea you were in the anti-Poppy club. I've been biding my time and being careful. So here's the deal. Poppy's mom had an affair, I think secret lover, for years, and I was going to post about it. I can see why Poppy and her rabid pack of lawyers might take issue with that. Yeah, they didn't want to tarnish the family name. So what happened? Poppy pulled a trick you'll find familiar, framed me for cheating on my exams. I proved my innocence, but by then the lawyers had circled the wagons and prevented me from posting it, or they'd sue for libel. Even though it was true, truth is whatever you make it when you have enough money and power. Exactly. Poppy has the connections to completely skirt any sort of accountability and casually ruin your life while she's at it. If this gets out, maybe some of those connections dry up in the family's shame. Bingo. Undermine Poppy's good name, and we screw up her ability to censor me, the tea, and anyone else who bears a threat to her. Sorry, but no. This is a big family secret, and she didn't want it revealed? And he's mad at that? I'm sorry, no. But just because Poppy didn't want a massive thing like that to get out, I'm on her side. What are you going to do with it? I'll release it when it will hurt Poppy the most. Find a way that it won't trace back to you. None of the fucking above. I don't want to release this. So that means not using the tea. Thanks for making sure I'm not implicated. I'm sure you'll find a way. If you can bide your time for the perfect victory, so can I. No wonder Poppy thrives on hurting others and releasing their secrets. Thomas grabs the CD out of his messenger bag. Here's a hard copy. Use it well. You always just keep that on hand? When I say I've been waiting patiently for revenge, I mean it. You're an asshole. Get out. I don't want you in the squad. It's an honor doing business with you. You shake his hand, and the two of you share a conspiratorial smile. Thanks, Thomas. I have your back from now on. It's good to be a part of the team. Get out. But he did give me a massive XP boost, so... You and Thomas part ways, and you rush back to Zoe. I have so much tea to spill. Let's get back to the dorm. Back in your dorm, you boot up your laptop and insert the CD Thomas gave you. So, you're seriously telling me that Anna Min Sinclair had her secret lover and Styles found them out? I now for the receipts. And boy, did Thomas Styles deliver. You open up a folder full of pictures of Poppy's mom and a man that is for sure Poppy's not dead. Okay, Poppy's mom, I see you. Who is this mysterious hottie? According to this, our Nakamura, a preschool teacher in Hoboken, New Jersey, scream. The Sinclairs would not want anyone knowing about Poppy's mom banging some working class dude from across the bridge. What else does Styles have for us? A bunch of emails back and forth, mostly pretty settled, setting up meetings and stuff. Paper trails for hotel rooms and restaurants, that sort of thing. The most recent stuff is about 3 years ago, 'cause she broke it off. You zoom on a pic of Poppy's mum and her secret man holding hands at a nondescript diner. They look so in love. I kind of feel sorry for them. What if Anna Moon Sinclair lost her chance at love because she got all caught up in the status game? Well, are you thinking twice about airing Miss Sinclair's dirty laundry? I mean, this could actually be like super painful for Poppy. I mean, maybe seeing her family fall apart is part of what makes Poppy Poppy. Exactly, Aurelia. You mean evil? Well, yes, but it's her mom who chose to cheat. There's plenty of stuff Poppy's done all on her own to punish her for without holding her to a mom's mistakes against her. I don't know. I'll think about it, but I can't help but think this would be a little too cruel. See, Aurelian and me kindred spirits, both bad bitches, but we don't dish out justice to those who don't deserve it. You are a way too kind a soul for this school. She stands close behind you as you look at the screen and brushes a kiss against your jaw. And it's one of the sexiest things about you. Now, come on, we can scour Styles' files at length later, but we now have just enough time to pick up Pilates before junior comp. She holds out her arm to you and you head off to caffeine and class, ruminating on Poppy's home life. That night, you and Zoe kick back in your dorm, feet up and glasses of Petit Syrah in hand. Checking out Thomas's article dropped and everyone's commenting like crazy. Anyone messes with Aurelia, they got the whole football team to deal with. Punch her asses! OMG, Aurelia Hughes is an icon. Please, that bitch is totally making it up for attention. Alright, guess out. Wow, cold. 69. I sent proof, but the weak-ass editor of this rag wouldn't post it. Benji would do anything for that social climbing wannabe, including fall on his own sword. You know, you've got a point there. Maybe it is all a scam. Anonymous, my ass, that's gotta be Poppy. We need to wait and see before I confirm what I think about Poppy. As you stare at the screen as if you could set it on fire with your gaze, Zoe delicately plucks the phone from your hand. Okay, I think it's time to stop reading the comments tonight. On top of everything else I had to deal with today, I am not up for a comments war with Poppy. I can't believe she paid for that billboard, claimed I was making it up. Thought she could stop me for 1 second. Seriously, if there's anything to have girl solidarity about, it's creepy dudes. I guess believe women only applies when it's believe women who aren't a threat to your social status. You hear a knock on the door to your suite and sigh as you force yourself to get up after one more long sip of wine. See, kindred spirits. On the other side of the door, a package sits with a fancy cream envelope perched on top. What is it, Aurelia? An invitation to Poppy's party? You are cordially invited to take leave of your senses and inhibitions at the Bacchanalia to end all Bacchanalias. I know this party is way better than anything you've ever been to in your sad life, but I have you covered. I even got you something to wear to fit the theme. Why fight when we can party? Love, Poppy. There's something suspicious about this. Love, as if she's up to something. You're right, Zoe, she is, and I don't know what. You open the package and pull out Poppy's grandma's muumuu, a lost relic of someone's sad Victorian reenactment career. It's a drab-as-hell dressing gown. She wants me to go to her Ivy Trap party wearing this. No way in hell. Okay, this chapter has been a wild ride. I mean, on one hand, I am no longer liking Poppy because she could have said that mean shit as anonymous. But on the other hand, I just feel like she didn't say it. I feel like that's too obvious that she would hop on as anonymous. So we'll just wait and see. In other news, Ina is literally Superwoman, Wonder Woman, all of the characters. I hope she sweeps Aurelia off her feet and takes her where she deserves. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Stay frosty, puppies.